Is calling on all qualifying indigent households to register for free basic electricity. The program aims to improve customer compliance, they say, and to combat theft. Isaac Mangena is City Power spokesperson. Isaac, let's try this again. We know that we were struggling with our connection to you just a bit earlier. But I want to talk to you about the timing of this sort of drive to apply for free basic electricity, for people to apply for free basic electricity, in a context where City Power is sitting in a negative bank balance of almost 17 million rand.
Good afternoon, and good afternoon to the viewers. I apologize for the earlier cut in transmission. Yes, we are basically embarking on this program so that we can basically ensure that no one is left outside in terms of electricity provision. And yes, we are doing this at a time when City Power is basically battling in terms of the revenue collection, and that was flagged by the Auditor General, which is something that we have been working on in terms of ensuring that we tighten our revenue controls and be able to go out and get each and every cent that is owed to City Power. But also we are doing this because of most of the gaps, or where we are losing money, is basically in areas where there are people that are not working on be it in the informal settlement. We go out to disconnect these people where they will complain that they are not working, they don't have enough money to be able to service their electricity or even any other municipal debt. And as such, we took it upon ourselves as City Power that we need to basically ensure that we find these people that are actually not or are not able to buy electricity, they cannot afford, so that we can bring them on board and we can be able to know exactly how many people we are basically we're losing electricity to. So we are targeting 130,000 customers, where we will start with ensuring that their meter are working. Where the meters are not working, we'll basically install new meters for free, so that they can be able to qualify for this service. So this is also part of revenue drive that we have been doing for some time.
But Isaac, the Auditor General doesn't say that City Power is in the red because of something like revenue collection or a lack of revenue collection. What the AG says is that it's as a result of mismanagement.
Yeah, mismanagement does not mean Mangena stole the money and left with it. Mismanagement may mean that some of the processes were such that you are not able to follow certain measures or principles that are contained in the regulations. For example, we did explain this, that the one of the things that the Auditor General flagged was the 4.8 billion rands that was basically spent by City Power, money that we did not budget for. And the reason why we did not budget for that money was because we made our projections with load shedding in mind, knowing that if load shedding continues as it did last year, where 300 days or so we did not have electricity, then it means we may not be forced to buy as much as we wanted to. So during the midterm review, we basically reviewed down the sale or the purchase of electricity, bulk purchases from ESCOM, but Lord and behold, that was basically cut short because load shedding was suspended, and it meant that we needed to spend money to basically buy electricity. So that is basically that we basically spent money that we actually did not budget for. So, and the Auditor General that you are citing actually does indicate that in the report. But we are also putting some measures, of course, to deal with some of the issues that the auditors already flagged, the issues around the SCM processes and so forth. So that those are some of the things that we are doing. But this FBE program is really about us basically going back to the people that are supposed to be buying electricity, but they're not buying electricity. But remember, this money, we're actually getting it from the Treasury. It's the money that already the Treasury would have given or give to City Power to say you need to basically, as part of the social package, you need to give a certain amount of electricity to those that are not able to afford. These are pensioners, childhood at home, and so forth. And that's basically what we are trying to basically get to, because in any case where we were losing electricity through unserved energy or electricity theft, most of which is happening in areas like informal settlements where these people are not known, where the indigent that are in those areas are not known. So that's why we're embarking on this.
Yeah. I mean, there's no doubt that City Power is battling with a whole range of issues, right? There is destruction of property, there's illegal connections, there's non-payment of electricity. There are a whole range of issues that might contribute to the financial position City Power finds itself in. But I'd like your comment, Isaac, as the spokesperson for City Power, on the entity paying senior officials, this is according to a report in News 24, paying senior managers and executives salaries of 3 million rand each, and then also outsourcing job descriptions that are contained in the senior managers that are already getting salaries. So effectively paying twice for the same thing.
Yeah, we did explain that to News 24, and I think we have been doing these explanations many times to an extent that we actually are no longer, we don't feel that they really want to tell the truths. So what the story was talking about is actually the money that we are spending on consultants. Mm-hmm. These are the consultants, the panel. Their questions were basically based on one company that we have explained that they actually went through a rigorous SCM process, and they managed to be one of the 13 companies that were actually on City Power's contract for consulting. And consulting work can happen in many instances, especially when you are doing structural changes within the organization, which is what City Power has been going through. So
but I mean, that's why you have a CFO and a COO, isn't it?
We've got CEO and CFO. Those consultants were not doing the jobs of CFO and CEO, and we did respond to News 24 in that regard. And that's exactly what I'm trying to explain here. That they were basically there to assist us in terms of the services that City Power does not have. And those are 13 companies that we basically onboarded so that they can do this kind of work. The story by News 24 is really does not tell the truth, and that's why some of the answers that we have given, we thought they will actually make sure that they reflect in that story, and they did not reflect in that. The company that we have hired, it's the general standard that is applied in other companies where they are basically going through structural changes, as City Power was. We're moving from an electricity supply company to an energy company. We're also making sure that we deal with the issues of the human resource structure itself. So those people are actually there to basically assist us in that regard.
All right, Isaac Mangena, thanks for your time this afternoon, and you had the opportunity here to reply to some of those questions in the News 24 article.